it puts things into perspective. You stop worrying about yourself, and everything you do is geared towards them. And every decision you make, you definitely have to think about their best interests. And I mean, it definitely changes your life for all the better.
Happy Father's Day from the great state of Arizona as we raise awareness for prostate cancer research. It is interleague baseball on this Father's Day, the first of 5 interleague series. This one wraps up with the Chicago White Sox. The Diamondbacks play today, 1/2 game back of the San Francisco Giants for first place in the National League West. All the action is brought to you by Sanderson Ford, and he couldn't have said it better. My name is Darren Sutton, proud to be father of Abby and Lily, and honored to be a dad, certainly. This is Mark Grace, and Gracie, I've been thinking about you a lot on this Father's Day.
Oh, good, thank you.
I know you have as a dad, you're proud to be with your 2 boys on this
Jackson
Father's Day.
and Preston, they're going to be at the ball game today, and hamburgers and hot dogs after the game.
I got you a gift.
Wow.
So
well,
on this Father's Day, I kept it right here. It's a tie. It's a nice tie. There's golfers on it. I mean, it's something you can wear on the air when we wear ties.
Well, thank you so much, Darren. I love golf. I really don't love this tie. It's probably never gonna be around my neck. But thank you. That's very nice of you. And it's funny because I also got. Well, we're kind of thinking in the same way. I also got you a tie.
Oh.
And I know how much you love Christmas, and so I got you a Christmas tie. And I'm sure you'll use it.
That is the perfect gift, folks, because as you know, Christmas is right around the corner. It is right around the corner.
It's the middle of June, folks. It's not.
Certainly think about that. Happy Father's Day, one and all. Speaking of ties, this is the tiebreaker. The lid lifter went to the Diamondbacks. Game 2 went to the Chicago White Sox. Who will win the tiebreaker? Hey, all you dads out there, thanks for all you do. Keep it up. Enjoy the ball game. the Home Run Challenge, where every home run raises $22,000 for prostate cancer research. 61 home runs have been hit, raising $1.34 million already. Make a pledge by calling 800-798-CURE or going to www.pcf.org. The Diamondbacks take the diamond. The Subway Kids take the field with their favorite ball players. And looks like the dads get to come out in some cases with some of the ball players. That's a great touch. So the youngsters and the Day, certainly glad to be celebrating in the United States of America. And we honor our great nation with the singing of the national anthem down below. A young lady by the name of Emma John on this Sunday. And folks, certainly glad to have you with us on this Interleague Sunday, the first of 5 and the first of very unique matchups for Arizona.
Can you see the dawn's early light? What so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the heart of the
Ladies and gentlemen, Emma John.
Mr. Cox, third base coach for the Chicago White Sox. Go White Sox, he's telling those kids. That's a great moment. And the lineup cards exchanged just a moment ago. And Williams, a little fist bump for each one of them. And that really scary stare he gives them. They all trembled as they walked away from third base coach Matt Williams. Juan Pierre ready to go. It's Omar Vizquel, future Hall of Famer, right behind him. Alexi Ramirez. Paul Konerko has owned the Diamondbacks in this series. Big Adam Dunn can't get enough of him, especially at advantage Diamondbacks with him in right field. Alex Rios is in center. A.J. Pierzynski is behind the plate. Mark Teahan comes in, gets a start at third. And Philip Umber, a very talented pitcher, on the bump. So Josh Colmenter and a late call of time. We're having some stuff moved off the field. The first time he faces an opponent, 4 earned runs in 44 innings. The second time through, like Colorado and San Francisco, he's a different pitcher. He's facing the White Sox for the first time. It's because of the unique delivery. And for him now, when he starts to face some of these teams the second time, it's up to him to start making the adjustments. These White Sox, like many, are studying the video, getting to know him, as that's a strike over the outside.
I think also a big reason for that success, yes, certainly is the unique delivery, but also he had just been hitting his spots with every pitch. Like that right there. Beautiful fastball to the outside corner.
Juan Pierre watched a lot of video of him before the game, and he said, I'm going to kind of think Chris Young, former Padres, now Mets right-hander, straight over the top. He said, I know he's not as tall, but you have to adjust your eye plane. A ground ball to short. Stephen Drew has had a fabulous series defensively, and it continues. Let's take a look defensively for the Diamondbacks. Pierre is erased. David Robleski and Associates brings it to you. The A-team in the outfield. Melvin Mora, Ryan Roberts, part of the B team defensively, if you will, with Kelly Johnson with the day off. Miguel Montero is behind the plate. Stephen Drew, 11 assists the other night, and has just done a fabulous job this year. Ozzie Guillen talking a lot about him when he came into town. They've talked for a long time about this man, and it is a pleasure to see him in the starting lineup. A great sign a few years back in the wintertime. Future Hall of Famer Omar Vizquel.
Yeah, doesn't get to play very much anymore at 74 years of age, but it's good to have him around. There's a tapper right back to Josh Colmenter. He'll be disposed of quickly.
Right back to the box, Omar Vizquel, 44 years old, and he is erased.
Just a one hopper right back to the glove. Nice play by Colmenter. 2 very quick, easy outs.
You think about not getting to play very much, a role player certainly, but heck, last year he hit 276 as a part-timer. He's hitting 279 this year. He's willing and able to play anywhere on the infield, and you can imagine the presence that he has in that locker room. 44 years old, and Omar Vizquel, just a nice addition. Alexi Ramirez, I'm sure he learns a lot from him, as that one is low. 1-0 the count. Popped up and into the seats. 1 ball and 1 strikes. These two teams, they've only met. This is the 3rd series all time between these two teams. 1-0-3, Diamondbacks took it. 1-0-5, Diamondbacks took it. That one is belted into left center field. Young is tracking and he puts it away. These White Sox seeing the Michigan-born right-hander for the first time. The result's very positive. them in the on-deck circle. Ryan Roberts, Stephen Drew, Justin Upton, 1, 2, and 3. Another off day for Kelly Johnson, planned by his manager, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. You see no Kelly, but you can see Chris Young, Miguel Montero, Juan Miranda's got to find a way to get it going. Melvin Mora, a 3-0 green light with a double last night. He was 2 for 27 prior to that. Gerardo Parra is in left. Josh Colmenter handles the bat all right. His manager said it was planned. 3 days off. That would be yesterday, today, tomorrow is an off day and a travel day. As hot as Kelly got for about a 2.5, 3 week time, that's as cold again as he got.
He's back in the deep freeze, unfortunately.
As we go to work, these Diamondbacks. Philip Humber misses low. 28-year-old right-hander who couldn't really stick to start his career. Boy, he is stuck now in Chicago. They are raving about an overhand curveball. A wicked breaking ball is part of his arsenal. But look, this is a first-round pick out of Rice of the Mets back in 04. And whether he panned out in Kansas City or Minnesota or New York, he's coming
still
of
a
age
first-round
now.
pick.
Yeah, he's coming of age, and he's 28.
You don't become a first-round pick on potential. You become a first-round pick with talent.
Bouncing ball out to third. Teeing with a hop to get over, keep those feet moving. So Ryan Roberts is erased. Defensively, let's take a look at the Chicago White Sox. Juan Pierre, Alex Rios, big Adam Donison right.
Now we can't get enough of him.
Vizquel and Ramirez up the middle. Konerko has been hot this series. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. There's a big fella up there in right field. Never been really known for his defensive prowess. DHs in American League games. Here's Stephen Drew. 1-0 the count to Stephen. Double couple of runs, couple of hits in this series. Drew takes up and away, and for Stephen, like Kelly, not nearly as dramatically, but the last week and a half or so, he has found himself quieting a bit. He's only 4 of 22 on this homestand. That one is over the inside corner. A couple of doubles, as you can see, has contributed. What great house. I mean, a lot of folks as we take a peek from down below. Stephen Drew rockets that one foul. And a happy Father's Day. You know, I'm sure a lot of folks are coming out. Simply put, it's one word, it's winning. And you want to come see a winning team. And a lot of folks are bringing dad or grandpa or their uncle or someone who has had that paternal role in their life to the ball game. But just a great atmosphere today. I mean, an hour ago, folks were starting to come in, mill around, get comfortable. Let's hope the Diamondbacks keep earning more of that atmosphere at the ballpark.
I was just about to say, the way to keep the house like this is to go out and play well. Play well at home and continue to battle for first place.
This game on this Father's Day, a game that has been shared by fathers and sons forever. Drew has been doing that a lot in this series. He hasn't been rewarded, unfortunately, but he has really been using the other side of the diamond. Deep.
Right fielder, number 10, Justin Upton.
On Pierre, here's Justin Upton. He went 0 for 3 last night. Only the 4th 0 for game in his last 20. And in that same time, in those 20 games, he has 11 multiple hit games. So they found a way to get him last night. And strike one over the outside from Umber is dropped in there. He was a Twin, he was a Royal, he was an A, and now he's a White Sox. After beginning as that fastball jumps in there with the Mets. 0-2 the count.
How do you pronounce that Texas town?
Nacogdoches, Texas. Carthage High School, Rice University. I can pronounce Rice. How about that 0-2 pitch? And how about Justin taking advantage? Looked like he threw him a breaking ball 0-2, and Upton didn't try to do too much. There's that big part of the ballpark again.
Well, after 2 beautiful fastballs to jump ahead of Justin 0-2, he just hangs him a breaking ball. Thank you very much, Justin Upton says, and just drills him. into left center field. Boy, that thing just sits on a tee for him. And Justin does what you're supposed to do with a mistake. You don't miss it. You drill it into the gap, and he'll be in scoring position for Chris Young.
And you talk about a run for Upton. I mean, he was, a couple of weeks back, a spectator in Houston, Texas. Sat, watched the game on the bench. His manager closed the door. He and Don Baylor got together. It was his manager's design, as that one has swung right through. And since sitting and watching in Houston, coming into today, that's what he's done.
Well, it's one of the best moves that Kirk Gibson's made this year. Was making that tough choice to sit your young star when he's struggling and let the frustration mount. But it was the right thing to do, and that's very obvious as that one skied to second base.
When after a breaking ball, Upton will be stranded in scoring position. Philip Humber cleans things up. Weed played one. No score. Casinos. Play slots with your Players Club card at any Gila River casino. Win up to $20,000 right away. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants, and also Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats. No blackout dates.
Can't have those.
And the Josh Colmenter gathering of fans continues here. Mom is from Homer. He is from Homer, Michigan. That's not far from Kalamazoo, not far from Battle Creek. A little bit south of those two towns. And speaking of south, that is not the direction of Paul Konerko's batting average in this series. It has been going due north. It already was sky high, 4 of 8, a couple of homers. He's been patient. He's got 55 RBIs this year.
He's just been killing the baseball the last month and a half. And he's been killing the Diamondbacks as well.
The pride of Chaparral High School.
What a pretty change-up that was.
It dips over the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Clears that head and the glove side of his body to truly get higher than high over the top. And tried to run that one up and in. 0-2 the count. That one is inside. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. Big Adam Dunn waits on deck. Konerko changeup. Looked like he went around. Yeah, you betcha.
Darren, you need to worry about your ice cream later. Right now, Josh Colmenter's busy striking out Paul Konerko on a beautiful changeup. You can see that bat just got too far out there. He tried to check it, and those big old strong wrists just weren't quite able to check it up. He'll be a strikeout victim, the first of the day for Cole Mentor.
There's the shift. There's Adam Dunn digging in. He's got 7 home runs, 29 RBIs. And he really has started slowly this year, finally starting to warm a bit. He's a guy that is usually 40, meaning homers. And that changeup dives in there for a strike. 100 meaning RBIs, and 100 meaning walks as well. And about 150 meaning strikeouts.
That's usually the case for Big Adam. Oh, big breaking ball for a strike. He's doing everything for strikes early in the game. This is a balloon.
Throws that pitch only about, 5% of the time. Fastball broke his bat. There to make the play is Miranda. To the bag goes Cole Mentor.
When you're at Chase Field, look for the value item signs around the ballpark. For just $1.50, get a hot dog, a corn dog, a small popcorn, or a small Pepsi. And for just $4, get a 14-ounce beer. Diamondback Baseball, affordable family fun all summer long. Call 602-462-4787 or visit dbacks.com/value.
Fine dramatic pause there. Well done.
I'm glad you liked it.
Here's Alex Rios.
By the way, that was an absolute clinic of a sequence that Josh Cole Mentor put on Big Adam Dunn.
Showed him all the pitches that he possesses. And when he gave him a fastball, he wasn't looking for
Executed him perfectly. There's another balloon for a strike.
Curve ball dropped in there. Again, that's a pitch he rarely uses, but he's got it. The 0-2 pitch. Change up, you betcha. Josh Cole Mentor. These White Sox seeing him for the first time, and they don't like him.
I think I wouldn't make it, and we spent a lot of time on the field. Like, I remember calling him every day. If I go for 4, he called me like, "What happened?" I'm like, "How come? What happened, man? It's part of the game." "Yeah, I know, but you okay? Don't worry about it. It's not gonna. I mean, you okay? It's not a big deal."
On this Father's Day, speaking of his late father, and he tragically lost him in March of 2009 in Venezuela. Goes to work after the first pitch, an off-speed pitch, and Miguel Montero grounds out to second base. But it's interesting, the story of father and son, and he plays inspired by his dad. As he has told us before, every single day, you see his father was of Spanish descent from Spain, and they relocated to Venezuela as he grew older before Miguel was born. So because of being from Spain, his dad, he liked soccer. He didn't really care much
Not a
for
baseball
baseball.
guy.
No. But as Miguel grew to love it and found it, then he switched over. But still, here's a soccer ball in case you need it,
Just
son.
in case you want to break that bat.
Here's Juan Miranda. Bouncing ball. Gobbled up.
That's 2 pitches, 2 outs, by the way.
2 really quick outs, as you mentioned. Miranda, 7 of his last 48, so an average of about 140. And just 1 extra base hit in that time. He's really scuffling. Anytime the D-backs score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with a large drink purchase from 4 to 6 the following day.
Now, how come you waited for a 2 pitches, 2 outs to talk about scoring 6 runs?
Well, because my fine senior producer, coordinating producer in charge, let me know that I needed to go ahead and tell the people
you were
at
told.
home. I was, absolutely.
So somebody else's fault.
Oh, you're assigning blame.
Well,
then if you're just blaming, then it's my fault. If you want to give credit, then give credit to my leaders.
Well, to you.
The 0-2. Bouncing ball. How easy was that in it?
My goodness. Phil Humber just threw like 1 pitch and got 3 outs.
With us. It's a scoreless ball game. It's a Kitcaster Day as well, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. I think Brad is with him. Sam is with you, Brad, isn't he?
That's right. Sam Brennan, whose nickname is Grand Slam. You know, we just had the chance to do PA, but it was a very quick inning. So hopefully when you head to the booth with Darren and Grace, you get a little longer inning. But what's it been like the last couple of days being a Sanderson Ford Kidcaster?
It has been one of the most awesome experiences of my life, and I'm not even done yet.
You know, I had a chance yesterday. I watched you do a great interview with Miguel Montero. You'd like to be a sportscaster at some point in time. Is that correct?
Yeah, after my athletic career, wherever I decide to go, whether it's football, baseball, or basketball. I haven't made up my mind yet.
You're 12 years old. You already got it mapped out, huh? Now, I understand that at your school you already do some TV work. Is that correct?
Yes, we have a morning broadcasting system called the ZBC, and it consists of a weather person, 2 anchors, and a sportscaster. Every Friday I would do the sportscaster, and I'd have my intro as Grand Slam Sam, and then when I'm done, I go, I'm Grand Slam Sam, and I'm going, gone.
So you've got a signature phrase already. Real quickly, how'd you get the nickname Grand Slam?
I just thought of stuff that rhymed with my name that is cool. Cool sports stuff that rhymes with my name. And obviously a Grand Slam is like the awesomest thing in baseball.
Well, that is great. That is Grand Slam Sam Brennan. He'll be headed your way, the bottom of the third inning, guys, for a little play-by-play. He's got a bright future. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. 0-2 the count. So he's got the style. He's got the catchphrases down. Now can he work with a color analyst? We'll find out.
Oh, I'll be easy on him. You know that.
No, I don't know now. In his demo tape, watching his demo tape, he plays a position that you're fond of. I know that.
First baseman.
Oh, yeah, yes, he does.
Good.
Into center field, Martian. And more outs being stacked up. He's faced 8. They have all gone back with their heads down. Philip Humber is 0 for 1, period, in the major leagues with 1 sacrifice bunt. Out of Rice, as we mentioned earlier. So Josh Colmentor, last time out was human against the San Francisco Giants. He pours the fastball in there for a strike. Quick update, by the way, that's 29 pitches, 22 strikes.
It's been amazing. Quick outs, easy outs.
The pitcher pops it up, and it bounds into the seats. But against the Giants, he went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, and it was a 6-5 loss. What made him more human in that game?
Well, I think you have to give a lot of credit to the Giants. The Giants really made him work for everything he got. He was having to throw 8 to 12 pitches to a lot of batters, and his pitch count just got too high for him, and he had to leave after 5 innings. But that's not the case here this afternoon. That's 9 up and 9 down.
He has been perfect to this point. His battery mate, by the way, is Miguel Montero. And Sam, our kidcaster, had a chance to interview him.
Hi, I'm Sam Brennan, and I'm here with Miguel Montero, the catcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So my first question to you is, how much time is spent between you and the pitchers getting into the rhythm of all the different styles of pitching and all the different pitches?
Well, we spend a lot of time during the spring training, get to know each other better. And, between innings, we're still talking and trying to figure it out, staff. And before the game, we go through a meeting and see how we're going to do in the game, see what kind of pitcher are we going to throw to each hitter.
So what's the best thing about being a catcher?
You got every plate right in front of you. You got the best seat at the house. It gets you a little tired because you got to squat down, but it's fun. I wear every play. I wear everything what is happening in the field, and the most important thing, you control the game.
So what's the most challenging part about being a catcher?
Well, I would say control the pitchers. They get a little bit tough sometimes, and you get pitchers that probably not in the same pace that you want to be with them, and it gets a little bit frustrated for a catcher.
So how does scrunching up behind the plate affect your hitting and running, or does it affect it at all?
Well, it does affect a little bit, and at the late run, like in the 7th, 8th inning, your legs are a little bit tired, so I'm not fast the way I used to be. But, hitting-wise, I think you get you tired, depending where you play. If you play in a place where it's a lot humid, you get a little bit tired easy. But running-wise, it really doesn't affect me because I'm slow, so I really don't mind.
He is our kidcaster. He had the assignment real well. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Sam Brennan is with us. Sanderson Ford brings us the kidcaster. Introduce yourself to Mark Gray.
I'm Mark. Nice to see you.
Sam, here's the thing. Since he's kind of slick in the business already, Gracie, I'm going to tell Sam something that as Parr drops down to beauty. A fine play at third. With the camera, you're good at addressing the camera. We noticed that. And when you address the camera, you turn your back on kind of the star of the show. So it's a challenge here in this shot to work him in. Tell us about yourself. When you grow up, first you want to play sports. What sport do you like?
I cannot decide between football, basketball, and baseball. I can't decide.
Baseball, what position do you play?
I love playing first base. I play a little bit of right field and a little bit of pitcher as well.
And you're the young man that keeps all your fellow students up to date. Zaharis Elementary, you're going on to junior high now.
Yeah.
But you grab the microphone. You're part of the morning announcements at school, huh?
Yeah, I'm Grand Slam Sam, and I do
I like that.
the morning sports broadcast.
You need to get yourself a nickname.
Well, you and the fans have given me lots of nicknames over the years.
What do you love doing? What do you love most about talking about sports?
I like the opportunity to get into the game and be a part of the game while not being on the field. So you can still be a part without actually going into the game.
All right, now how are your play-by-play skills? Are they pretty good?
Pretty good.
All right, well, if we could take this shot, Mitch, you know I like to be a booth director. As Ryan Roberts digs in. Young man, you're on your own.
Go get him. I'll be your color analyst. It's going to be big league, trust me.
So Ryan Roberts is stepping in for the second time tonight. With 2 outs here.
Ryan Roberts grounded out to third in his first at-bat to lead off the game.
The first pitch is on the way. And it's taken for ball 1.
He hasn't thrown too many out of the strike zone so far today as Phil Umber.
No, he's been pretty accurate tonight. Ryan Roberts shows bunts, but takes a strike 1.
It's a good breaking ball, just gets it right over the middle of the plate. Taken all the way was Roberts.
Right up there in the strike zone. And that's going to be strike 2 for Roberts.
What do you think of that guy there?
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's a woolly booger, isn't he?
That's a very nice paint job on his chest.
Well,
wonder if he did that by himself.
Well, honestly, I think it's terrible, but you know, that's all right.
Swung on and hit into right field, and it's caught by right fielder.
That's big Adam Dunn out there running things down.
32.
Sam, well done.
Thank you.
I'm back. Now, I don't get paid for a whole batter, but we're not giving the money to you. You were awesome, pal.
Thank you.
Don't forget to address that guy. We'll be back with more right after this. It's brought to you by Gila River Casinos. Find out how, and you can learn how to play right here at Chase Field, Section 111, Gila River Casinos. There is a winner every time. We love it. How'd he do, Gracie? I went on down and
he's terrific.
Checked out the value items.
Unfortunately, while you were checking out the value items, the Diamondbacks had another very quick 1-2-3 inning.
It's kind of contagious on both sides, isn't it? Pierre slices that one the other way. Second time through. Shared with you the thoughts that Juan Pierre had. We try to find one hitter each time. We had Chipper Jones, we had Rick Ankiel, and Juan Pierre after they watched the video of Cole Mentor. And he was perplexed. But he made a proper adjustment there.
Yeah, that was pretty hitting right there. Let the ball travel and just flip it the other way like Juan Pierre is doing for so many years. Now the White Sox with a leadoff runner with speed.
And we will see the challenges. There have been one stolen base, just one, with Cole Mentor on the mound in his time in the big leagues. 2 have been thrown out, so 3 total attempts. But you have got a couple of crafty ones here. Pierre and his ability to move on the base pads, though getting older, not nearly as spry this year with his stolen bases. And Omar Vizquel, who you know can handle the bat. Thought about a bunt, it misses outside. So second time through, we watched that. and first time working in the stretch.
Right.
We watched that. With runners on base, opposing hitters hitting 172 against Coleman.
Let's see if he can get a ground ball and face the middle of the order with nobody on base.
Runner going down the line, and it's a foul ball up into the seats, as we thought, getting something going.
Yeah, they're playing hit and run right there. Ozzie Guillen with an opportunity with big time speed and Juan Pierre, and a guy that can handle the bat in Omar Vizquel, and he ripped it, but just a few feet foul.
Vizquel playing in career game number 2,880. That puts him in the same company in the top 15 all time as Brooks Robinson, Rusty Staub, Dave Winfield. Those are the players next on the list. Played in more games than any other active player in the game. Pudge is second. Line drive. It's in there into center field. Pierre looking to take that extra bag. Look at Vizquel. As that throw kicks away, will Pierre try to score? Colementer was backing up. The throw went to third. Vizquel never missed a beat. Once Young went over the head of the cutoff man, the veteran of 44 years old took off to second.
Now Juan Pierre just challenging the throwing arm of Chris Young. That ball's ripped him just on one hop. And watch Juan Pierre. He knows the scouting report that Chris Young does not have a great throwing arm. He challenges it, and he gets there. That's just taking chances. That's doing your scouting right there. Chris Young misses the cutoff man. The ball gets away. And just like that, the White Sox, after being perfectoed through 3 innings now, second and third, nobody out with the heart of the order coming up.
Alexi Ramirez, RBI opportunities to say the least. It's a ground ball. There is your RBI. And that's all Juan Pierre right there. Ramirez wisely took advantage of the situation. But Juan Pierre, though his numbers certainly have been diminished this year especially, his energy just earned that run.
That's exactly right. By getting to third base, challenging the throwing arm of Chris Young. Just that little ground ball right there. Had he stayed at second base, that's a double play ball, and the Diamondbacks are looking to get out of the inning. Instead, it's a run across and still a runner in scoring position for Paul Konerko, one of the best RBI men in the game.
Struck out, Konerko did, back in the second inning. Since May 28th, he's hitting .440. He's got 8 homers. He's got 18 RBIs. He is rolling. And the fastball's over the inside corner. It is strike one. Nice job, Sam Brennan, by the way, or Grand Slam Sam, as Gracie likes to call him.
I do.
Our Sanderson Ford kidcaster. He's on his way to Smith Junior High School in Mesa, Arizona. His brother Sean was in as well. And the inning was quick, but he did a great job in the interview. We love the kidcaster. High drive left field. Did he just miss it? Yes, he did. Vizquel challenging the arm of Parra, who makes it close. And you knew he would. That is a long throw from deep left center field. Two veterans taking chances on the base pads. Pierre and now Vizquel.
Well, certainly the first chance is more understandable than this one. This long fly ball, once it lands in the glove of Gerardo Parra, that's out number 2. Now you're really taking a chance by going on Parra, and yeah, you got in there, but there's really no need. Really not a big deal if you get to third base there. You're still going to score on a base hit from second base, but he's on third now with 2 outs. But boy, that was a big chance right there by a guy that usually is a pretty heady baseball player in Omar Vizquel.
I think he underestimated the arm of Parra, or as you said, might not have extensively gone over that scouting report. Adam Dunn takes a strike right down the middle of changeup. Since 2004, though he has struggled this year, only Albert Pujols has more home runs than this man. 289 Albert, 310. And no one has more strikeouts. Howard and Bay are second to his 1,346. He was a Diamondback. Boy, nice job.
And then all that hogwash I was saying about Omar Vizquel taking a chance going to third base, that almost just paid off, but a really good block there on, well, a really bad curveball from Josh Coleman. Nice job there by Miguel Montero.
1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, pickoff throw. Vizquel back in plenty of time. You wonder why there.
Well, there's no real need to. Vizquel was about 3 feet off the bag, and he gets back easily. There's really no need to even throw this ball.
Fortunately, the throw was on the money. That's the good news. 1-2 the count. He has struggled with throwing errors this season. The 1-2. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to the young man who is headed to play quarterback for the Longhorns before he opted to begin his professional baseball career. And the big slugger, he opted for baseball. Archie Bradley, who was in town last night, top pick of the Diamondbacks, second pick actually, number 7 overall.
Did you get to talk to Archie?
I did get to talk to him.
Did he get to meet the Hall of Famer?
He got to meet the Hall of Famer as well. He's a very engaging young man, excited to be here, excited that he was picked, and hoping that things work out quickly on the ever-present business side of things. Got a lot of energy. He's a big guy, kind of like Big Adam Dunn.
That big?
And he's a big guy. Change up, good take.
Well, that's one thing Adam Dunn can do is take some tough pitches. He walks a lot, along with the strikeouts. Let's see if he can throw him another change up and get a swing and a miss. So I think if you throw him a fastball here, it could go a long ways. He rings him right up.
Change up, strike 3. The big fella didn't like it.
I think our work ethic came from my dad. All 3 of us. You look at my dad, and he worked very hard. Not to say that my mom didn't work hard; she did as well. But you look at Dad, and he's just, he's still doing work, and he still does it every day.
Talking about his father growing up in Ahira, Georgia. David Drew on this Father's Day, Stephen's father. He, of course, mentioned his mom, Libby, as well. 0-1 the count to Stephen. First pitch strikes, I tell you, it's been a big part of things. 9 of 11 now, as that one is waved right through. And Umber has thrown 3 or fewer pitches to 7 of the first 10 batters.
It's pretty impressive.
And he has been hammering the strike zone. Indoor baseball, great shot from our camera out there, the pool side, as that one is just off the plate.
This kid knows what he's doing out on the mound, doesn't he, Darren?
And it took him a while, as we've mentioned. Mets first-round pick in 2004. How did he move, you might ask? Well, he was a Mets number 1. Then in 08, He was traded to the Minnesota Twins along with a handful of other players for Johan Santana. So he went from the Mets to the Twins in the Santana deal. Part of that trade also Kevin Mulvey. You might remember him, who's down in the minor leagues. Signed with the Kansas City Royals as a free agent. That one is fouled off. Then, the last 2 times he's moved, he's been a waiver claim. Oakland claimed him on waivers in December of 2010. And they put him back on waivers. And the White Sox grabbed him.
Kind of makes you wonder what happened.
Well, maybe Don Cooper, the pitching coach of the White Sox, just the right mix.
And a lot of times that's all you need is a change of scenery or two. Maybe the right coach in your ear. All coaches know what they're doing. All coaches know baseball, but sometimes you just need, hey, I like that. It's a boy.
3-2 the count. Drew steps out, full count, and we have seen none of those. He has been really hammering the strike zone. Steven, though, turns it into an out.
4.
Chased the slider, did Steven Drew. That is strike 3. Hey, what's the best Father's Day gift? And we're going to, after this strikeout, ask you that question.
A golf tie.
36929. We need you to text it to us. A, B, C, or D. Here are your choices. Golf clubs. A tie like I got you, which I think is the best. Because every dad wears a tie every day. A lawnmower or a hammock.
Oh, man. Back to the days of the baby bags. Robbie Hammock. Yeah, he'd probably be a good gift.
No, I don't think so. My girls gave me.
Probably have to get Robbie's permission.
No, it's not Robbie Hammock. My girls gave me a hammock a few years back. The kind you lay in the backyard in. That kind of hammock. Bouncing ball, he just keeps hitting. As we mentioned earlier, he had an 0 for yesterday, and in his last 21 games now, it was only his 4th 0 for.
Same pitch he hit out into left center field for a double in his first at bat. This time he takes the same pitch and he rips it into left field for a base hit again. Head stays right on it, drives through it, and another base hit for Upton.
So now Chris Young. Well, I definitely vote for hammock. Robbie. No, just a regular hammock. I think that's the best gift. How about you? Golf clubs?
Well, I like to play golf. Father's Day. How about a trip to Australia?
Well, that'd
be kind of nice. I've never been over there. Heard lots of great things. So Jackson Preston, I'm expecting it. Qantas, first class.
It's just that that's a little pricey for a child. High fly ball left field. Dipped underneath the breaking ball. Juan Pierre is there. And the second out of the inning. How about maybe a craft? Maybe they can make you something nice. Right mark on it.
Well, they've already done some things like that. I got a paper turtle.
Perfect.
From Preston. It was very cool.
Perfect. And I gave you the tie, so it's been a good day for you overall.
It has. Every day I wake up and see those rascals is a great day.
Here is Miguel Montero. Within the last year, he has become a father. He was talking about the Kirk Gibson regimen in spring training. And how hard he was having to work to get ready for the season. And then just when he thought that he'd go home in the afternoon and maybe catch a nap, he remembered he was a father when he got home from his work at spring training. And that's when Mom said, well, I'm glad you're home because now I'm heading out. I need a break. 1-0 the count.
Beautiful
1-1.
Change up to the outside corner.
Now it's a fastball, a curveball, a slider, and a changeup. And the 3 pitches that are secondary pitches are all used just about evenly. He's 9th in the American League in ERA, up there with names like Beckett, who's number 1. Shields, Verlander, Heron, Weaver, and then this young man. 1-2 the count. It's just a little late gear on that ball. Jumps when it gets to the plate. Some of you might be poolside this evening. Maybe head out for a nice dinner, you dads. Maybe go for a swim with the kids, as that one is in.
Just missed inside. This Philip Humber is very impressive so far. I mean, he's throwing the ball right where he wants with all of his pitches. The off-speed stuff is just as crisp.
Little spinning ground ball out to Vizquel. Jammed there on a breaking ball. Young man out of Rice has been nasty today. Ready to man left field. Here is the question: which Diamondbacks have had a child in the year 2011? Our AT&T trivia question. Which one of those guys are celebrating their first Father's Day, or maybe adding to their clan, and have celebrated Father's Day again? We know about Melvin Mora, quintuplets years back. That's a good question.
I'm going to guess Kurt Gibson.
Boy, I tell you, good guess. Well, boys are older.
Oh, what about Matt Williams? Well, Matt Williams. Congratulations, Matt. That's not Matt.
The 1-1 popped up and into the seats it goes. It bounces around down there. Love fatherhood. It is a blessing. It is certainly personally my blessing. Changed my life forever, but that's just a bad question. Belted into center field. Young is tracking. Still going back. Just shy of the track, and he puts it away.
I agree with you. It is a bad question. Not a father. That's going to be a new mommy soon.
Here's A.J. Pierzynski.
I want to see one of those barbecue sets they were giving away.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen one yet.
The other way, Melvin reaches out.
Nice play right there by
Fires
Melvin
it
Mora.
on across in time for the out.
Because I didn't get one today, did you?
I did, yes, yesterday. They gave all of us one.
Yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't do me any good. Nice play by Melvin Mora. Lunging to his left and making a strong throw across the diamond. 2 quick outs here for Colementor. He's going to have to keep these White Sox right where they are because Philip Humber on the other side is giving up squat.
That pitch is over the outside corner. You want to talk about hammering the strike zone? Coming into this ball game, 206 opposing plate appearances. 60 times he had an 0-2 count. 4 times he has had a 3-0 count. 60 times 0-2, 4 times 3-0.
Good change up there, 1-2.
25 years old, Diamondbacks 15th round pick in 2007. Fly ball belted. He got that one. Young is tracking, but there is room. Cleans things up after giving up a run in the 4th inning. On this Father's Day, getting out there, getting his
barbecue set,
eating some fruit. Not very manly. You would really have to be tracking and mining the personal lives of the Diamondbacks to know this.
I'm going to say Glenn Sherlock.
Well, Ian Kennedy, J.J. Putz, Zach Duke, Juan Gutierrez, and Gerardo Parra. Well, happy Father's Day. And you never know. Could be like, the Griffeys or the Bonds, the Stottlemyers. Talking about those great father-son combos. Doesn't really want to be compared to any of them. Parra's very upset. And I told you it was not a good question. See how upset Gerardo Parra was us meddling in his personal life?
I want to know, what about the Bells? What about the Boones? Just a lot wrong with that question today.
That pitch is low. 2-0 the count to Juan Miranda. Won 7 of his last 48. Just 1 extra base hit in that time. My goodness.
I would imagine the Diamondbacks are all going up to Justin Upton saying, all right, what are you doing that we're not? Justin has the only 2 base hits that Humber has given up here this afternoon. Everybody else has gone down quietly and quickly.
Hey, don't forget, every time a Diamondback player hits a homer this season, Fulton Homes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Great crowd today. And again, if you're just joining us, it looks near capacity.
It sure does. It's great.
I mean, there was a buzz at the ticket window outside. You and I took a walk earlier, and folks were lining up, excited to get in. Folks started arriving a couple of hours before this game. And this one is rolled foul. Now Arizona wraps up this ball game. They have a travel day tomorrow, and then it is off to take on Kansas City and Detroit. We'll have them all for you. There may be a designated hitter. There may be a roster change. We'll see if Willie Mo Pena gets the call. Kirk Gibson speaking about it before the game, as that one is nubbed. And the struggles continue for Miranda, but today he's not alone. He is a group of 7 other players that are struggling. Helicopter flying over on this warm day. Could it be Willie Mo Pena? This is what he has done in AAA. You can make a roster move. You have a stretch where you have Kansas City and Detroit on the road, all DH needs. Then you come back home for just 3 with Cleveland Indians. Then it's back out to Oakland where you'll need DHs as well. What do you think?
I think it will be.
Keep it together, keep it the same, or maybe give Willie Mo Pena a shot?
I'm all about winning baseball games. And if Willie Mo Pena is your best alternative at DH, as that one's ripped back up the box, going to be a tough play for Vizquel.
So Melvin Mora, who yesterday had the opportunity to swing 3-0 when he was 2 for 27, pays off his start today.
Just right back up the box it goes. Vizquel showing that still got a little bit of range, but just doesn't have the arm to get Melvin Mora. So somebody besides Justin Upton reaches base here this afternoon. And with 1 out, Gerardo Parra is going to get an opportunity.
Speaking with Mora before that game about that 3-0, when he saw his coach, when he saw the sign, he's looking for time.
He wants the ball for some reason. Or no, he just wants to get his signs from Matt Williams. That's what it is.
So when he got his sign yesterday from Matt Williams, it said 3-0, go ahead, you can swing. He said, my eyes were as big as saucers. I couldn't believe it. So I made sure, as Parra lines that one into center field. Diamondbacks with a couple of Venezuelans back-to-back with base hits.
Didn't waste any time at all. The first pitch he saw from Humber, he just lines it right back at the ear. Chuck and Doug. Good piece of hitting there from Parra. Now Josh Colementor with 1 out going to be asked to bunt. He's going to try to set up Ryan Roberts. And the Diamondbacks trying to take the lead here in the 5th.
And just to finish the thought of Mora, who doubled on that 3-0 assignment yesterday. He said, I quickly reminded myself, how do you do that 3-0? What am I supposed to do? Oh, that's right. Pick a pitch and drive it. He said, it's been a few years since I've been given a 3-0 green light. He said he really wanted to reward his manager for giving him that opportunity. It's kind of a common theme, isn't it?
Absolutely it is. Your manager shows that kind of confidence in you when you've been really struggling. Well, and because of that, it looks like he's starting to come out of that funk.
Well,
another base hit here this afternoon.
And think about the genius, really. It's unique, and it's that same kind of gut feel and different things. Maybe on the other side with Micah Owings didn't work out. Owings stayed in to hit as that one is outside pickoff throw. Got to get back in there. Close.
Nice throw there from A.J. Przinsky, but Morris scampered in and just got in under the tag. And you're trying to get a good jump to third. Oh, boy, I got to get back. And he just does. Boy, what a close play. Tell you what, if Alexi Ramirez would have blocked the base right there, Melvin Mora would have been in trouble. But he gave him a lane right between the wickets to get his hand in there.
2-0 the count. 2-1 the count. But you think about the 3-0 and the questionable decision to give him the chance and having him pay it off, and then the next day's in the starting lineup again. You don't think there's a method to the madness for Kirk Gibson? Melvin Mora has gone the last few weeks without playing back-to-back days. Drops down a bunt. Umber takes a look at third. Boy, he got a big out there. A fine play by Philip Umber.
Ball just takes 2 hops and a perfect throw to get Melvin Mora. And I'll bet you that throw back to second base may have kept Melvin Moore close enough to second base for him to be forced at third. So a nice play there by Humbert. Ryan Roberts now going to look to get a base hit. Parra has very good speed at second base. Not much speed at all at first base. Well, it's time for the Fox Sports Arizona Fan Fest word of the game delivered by the UPS store. Today's word is, oh, it's Dad. Go to foxsportsarizona.com to enter, and you can win tickets to the MLB All-Star Fan Fest from July 8th through the 12th. Dad.
Yep, that's a good read. Well done by you.
Dad?
0-1 the count.
Oh, fastball right to the outside corner. Beautifully done.
Ryan this year with no one on base, hitting .235 with runners in scoring position. That number is .316. Breaking ball bounces in there. The opportunities for Roberts have been present. He really started hot with runners in scoring position, but is just 4 for his last 24 in that situation. Oh boy, into the dirt. Both runners move up.
There's your bunt.
Yeah, the only difference is you just exchanged the pitcher running the bases, but otherwise you're right, your runners have moved up.
Just spikes a fastball down and away. No chance there for Pierzynski. And a 2-2 count on Ryan Roberts. Now a base hit could give the Diamondbacks the lead. Yeah, there's a big fan.
Pitch is outside. If in fact Colementor could have gotten that bunt where he wanted to, though, the only hindsight look back is that might have scored the run, that wild pitch.
Sure.
Never a big believer in that, though, because the pitcher, everything changes.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, okay, there's your bunt.
You're exactly right. Roberts goes down on strikes. So 4 for his last 25 with runners in scoring position.
For me, I'm just trying not to do any more than I have to. But don't try to bust me in, though. It could be over. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. I'm sorry. Well, I must admit, right around second base, I got some tears and snot coming right about now.
And well deserved. Oh, welcome back, folks. We got a good ball game here. It's 1-0, but D-backs fans, stay tuned after the game. After this game for the premiere of Mark Grace's Diamondbacks Championship Theater. I sat down with Tony Womack and watched the emotional 2001 Father's Day game when Tony hit that grand slam. It was a special moment in 2001, folks, and even though I'm a part of this thing, folks, you're really going to like it. You're really going to like this thing. The guys were very candid. They were very forthright. And we relived a magical season together.
So looking forward to that. Here it is popped up off the bat of Philip Umber and put away. Happy Father's Day. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you very much, sweetie.
We appreciate that Father's Day mention.
Left fielder Juan Pierre.
By the way, for Cole Mentor, there have been now 11 of his 18 batters he have faced, 3 pitches or less. 3 pitches or less in 11 of the 18. 5 1-2 counts. 4 0-2 counts.
We're just smack dab in the middle of a pitcher's duel. 56 pitches, 57 now for Cole Mentor. He had that after 2 innings his last outing against the Giants.
43 strikes. Pierre takes a pitch. It's called low. Today's attendance 39,538. I would imagine a very healthy walk-up. 39,538. Well done, baseball fans. And we are honored to have you here today, and we hope you come back. If you're watching at home, we look forward to seeing you for a brief 3-game series. Swing and a miss. As the thought goes along, just a quick reminder, as you see this changeup, you probably need to make your plans to come see the most surprising team in the American League in the Cleveland Indians, because after today, there are 3 home games before the All-Star game.
That's it?
That is it.
A long trip coming after that Cleveland series, so you're right.
That's a 2-city trip, a 1-team homestand, and then a 3-city trip before Major League Baseball's All-Star game here in Arizona. Probably need to make your plans, and we know you're enjoying watching this team like we are. They've earned your right. They needed to after the last couple of years, but that's what we're talking about. 27th, 28th, 29th. Mark off a day or two that works best for you. That 29th that might work best for some. It's a day game that day. So consider that.
And if you're rooting, and we're not going to be opposed, that one's skied to left field. Gerardo Parra make an easy play there. 2 up, 2 down. Come on out on the road with us, too.
Oh, we'd love to see you visit.
Come on up to San Francisco and hang out with us. Go watch the Oakland series. Or, man, a summer in Milwaukee, a good team in Milwaukee, St. Louis. Yeah, come on out on the road with us, too. We like visiting with our fans on the road, don't we, Darren?
We love seeing D-backs jerseys down below amongst all those dastardly Brewers jerseys. There's a strike as it drops in there.
Brewer fans are got a lot to be happy about this year. They're good again in Milwaukee.
First place team. They're having a great year. There's that curveball. There have been only, as that one misses high, 3 2-ball counts. 2 or more balls only 3 times. Changeup. That one is chopped foul. And of course is the work of Cole Mentor on the mound.
Well, right now he's being outpitched, unfortunately, for the Diamondbacks.
1-2 the count. The 1-2. Fly ball right. There's Upton. He puts it away. So we have played 5.5 on this Father's Day. The Diamondbacks have got to find a way to get some offense. in this ballpark. Fox will bring you every thrilling moment of the 2011 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. It's Tuesday, July 12th. Live coverage starts at 5, only on Fox.
And bring your family out to the MLB All-Star Fan Fest July 8th through the 12th at the Phoenix Convention Center. Tickets are available now at allstargame.com or call 1-888-FANFEST. 888-FANFEST.
Rally caps on, please, because it's that kind of day. It's a challenge with Philip Humber on the mound. He fires a fastball in there just above the belt to Stephen Drew. Stephen hitless in 2 tries. He is lined to left. It was deep, and he has struck out. 2-0 the count. Drew, Upton, and Young. So you may say, here's your chance.
Well, you like the matchups right now. Stephen Drew's had a couple of looks.
Pulls that one on the ground. Outstretched glove of Konerko. Fine play.
Nice play, Paul Konerko. Konerko ranging to his right. Even though he doesn't have a whole lot of range, he does have good hands. He makes a nice play, and with all his momentum going the other way, he hits Humber coming over to first base. One quick out. Off the bat of Stephen Drew now. Well, the man of the day so far, Justin Upton. A couple of rockets and hitting over 300. His first Diamondback to be over 300 since about day one.
And my goodness, we talked about that stop in Houston. Upton was hitting about 240 when his manager gave him the day off. There's been a meteoric rise for Upton. Hard hit ball, but corralled by Ramirez. Long throw, and he got him for the second out. So the beat goes on for the 28-year-old right-hander out of Texas.
Just easy, quick outs. Very impressive.
Young has been in the air twice. He has popped to second. He has flied to left. You talk about Roberts, Upton, Young, Melvin Mora, Colementor. Right-handers this year against Humber hitting 139. It's not that it can't be done. Upton's got a couple of hits, but his mix, his steady mix, has really handcuffed right-handed hitters. Lefty's not so bad, 236.
Just missed the outside corner.
High fly left, got it off the end of the bat, so Juan Pierre will come on in. The domination from the right-hander continues. Diamondbacks baseball brought to you by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats, no blackout dates. Fries, Like us on Facebook today. Receive a coupon for huge savings, fries, fresh food, famous low prices. CenturyLink. Quest is becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink. Your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com/link. CenturyLink. CenturyLink.
CenturyLink.
The folks at the Sandlot are having a great time.
Okay, sit on your butt.
There you go. You sit on your fanny, your head right down.
or you can say what she said.
1, 2, 3.
Curveball is high. Want to know the
those
count.
Sandlot mics.
They've both been very good today, haven't they? Look at that. Cole Mentor
Awesome.
surrendered feared hits. I love the no walks. Across the board, no walks. And the strikes continue to be poured in. Two and one the count. Ramirez. Fastball.
What a pitch.
Well, he has been so good again. And these White Sox, if they see him again, it'll be next spring. So the whole second time seeing an opposing pitcher will not apply for the Chicago White Sox. You never know what could happen in the postseason. A lot of folks starting to sleep on these White Sox.
You got a Diamondback White Sox World Series, do you?
No, that was just a little birdie had that in my ear in the truck. Kind of sorry I repeated it. That was grounded out to short. Long throw. Got him. Got him at first. An interesting call there by Joe West. Or no, Joe is behind the plate. Angel Hernandez.
He looked clean out from here. Let's see if we can get another look at it. Mitch, what do you got for us? Mitch Riggin, one of the best in the business. He's going to give us a good shot of this call by Angel Hernandez. Tough to tell there.
But the hands is what I'm talking about.
Tough to tell there, too.
Mitch, of course, the one who has boldly predicted the Diamondbacks White Sox World Series.
Well, no, that sounded like you, actually.
Yeah. You know me. Grab hold of that wheels of that bus and throw people right under it. 0-1 the count.
Between you and Mitch, there's a lot of good Kool-Aid being drank.
Tried to keep that in the other room the last few years. That one is crushed to left field. What a series he is having. The pride of Chaparral High School. Paul Konerko again does damage back home. 2-0 is the score. His third home run of this series.
Well, he just missed one in his last at-bat. He sent Gerardo Parra to the warning track in left center field. This time he did not just miss. Fastball middle, fastball crushed for the third time in this series by Paul Konerko.
With that homer by Paul Konerko, $22,000 has been raised to support prostate cancer research. Make a donation by calling 800-798-CURE or online at www.pcf.org. Big Adam Dunn, who back in 2008 hit the longest home run in the history of this ballpark.
Well, that was Richie Sexson.
As that one is chopped foul.
He hit a really long one. There's no question, but Richie Sexton's was much further.
We were told, according to our information that was passed along with us in game one of this series, Richie's was 503. Adam Dunn's was 504. The 2-1. 2-2 the count. Again, that wasn't me. You know, that's what I was told by the guys in the truck.
Yeah.
The 2-2. That one is lifted up and into the seats. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to whoever ends up managing the Florida Marlins. You'll enjoy that year and a half.
Yeah. Old Edwin just quit.
What a managerial mess for how successful they have been. I mean, to the point almost of being embarrassed of the way things have been handled the last half decade down there.
It really hasn't been handled very well. And it all started really when the Diamondbacks were down there a year or so ago, Darren, when Hanley Ramirez jogged after A ball down the left field line, fouled off. And, well, he was taken out of the game by Freddie Gonzalez, who was the manager at that time. And, well, Henry Ramirez went on to lambaste his manager anybody that would listen. And that might be strike 3. No, they say no. And Freddie was replaced. Freddie Gonzalez now the manager.
Oh, yeah, you bet. Now the manager, the Atlanta Braves. That is strike 3. 2 outs.
And now, as we see the pitch down around the knees again, he just swings right through it. Big Adam Dunn having a tough time with Josh Colmenter.
Curveball right off the end of the bat.
But Edwin Rodriguez then took over, and now he just basically said, I'm done. Don't want to manage anymore. So now what do you do if you're the Florida Marlins?
Would they go with Brandon Hyde, their bench coach, to fill in?
For the time being, yes.
Hot shot. It's a foul ball.
Nice play. Nice play down there.
So Freddie Gonzalez is good enough to replace Bobby Cox. Joe Girardi is good enough to manage the New York Yankees, but neither one equipped enough to manage the Florida Marlins.
According to the Marlins, yeah. By the way, that was Mike Galloway down the left field line making that play, as that was torched.
Deep left field. Ara goes back way out of here. 3-0 White Sox. 6 home runs for Rios. And what appears to be, the way Philip Umber has pitched, a near insurmountable deficit. Now, crazier things have certainly happened, but 3 feels like 10 in this game.
Fastball middle, belt high. Rios just pounds it. Parra goes back, but it's just for a token look. That one's way, way out of here to left field.
Another $22,000 raised by that home run. 800-798-CURE or PCF.org to make a donation, as that one is low.
Need the Diamondbacks to raise some money here.
I would agree.
And have the White Sox, raising all that good money, all those thousands of dollars.
That one is belted. A.J. Pierzynski is on the move. A double for the veteran catcher. 3 extra base hits in the inning as Colmenter has started to hit the wall. And the bullpen phone just ringing.
Yeah, that was a belt-high changeup that time. Now Colmenter's starting to get the ball up in the strike zone, and these White Sox are starting to pound every mistake he makes.
You were talking about the home runs and the White Sox contributing to a good cause. Tom Candiotti, who sometimes fills in on television, a fine radio voice, as we take a look at our CenturyLink high-speed internet high-speed pitch. Squeezing that in. Umber at 91 miles an hour. Colmenter at 89. The Candyman said that at one point, now he gave up a bushel full of homers, and it was during the home run challenge. He received a letter from the great folks who are raising funds and awareness. Dear Tom, thank you so much for surrendering those 3 home runs. They really were for a good cause. How about that letter? We really appreciate you pitching in on this Father's Day.
Yeah, thanks, Candyman. That's probably not the letter he wanted, but hey, if I'm going to give up homers, I might as well help somebody out. We're going to get an intentional walk here to 10.
So Kirk Gibson hoping to keep it right here at 3-0. The San Francisco Giants, behind Matt Cain, lead the Oakland A's 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Giants lead in that ball game. Diamondback starting play today. 1/2 game back of first. Trevor Cahill is the matchup, so it's a good one. Cahill and Kane.
1-0 San Francisco in the bottom of the 6th. Diamondbacks got to figure out a way to go after Philip Humber.
Colorado getting their lunch today from Detroit, 8-1. That game's in the top of the 9th inning, but folks, Colorado was left for a team that was struggling a few weeks back. Those days are not going to stay around. Colorado's going to be
they're
in
right
this
there
race
again, as the Diamondbacks have settled their hot streak a little bit recently. Certainly the San Francisco Giants have lost back-to-back games up in Oakland as that one's fouled off. 1-1. By the way, the Florida Marlins, we were talking about them. They lost again this afternoon. 2-1 to the Rays. They've won one game this month, and that was against the Arizona Diamondbacks a while ago.
In a 4-game series.
Yeah. Nice pitch. 1-2.
But clearly, that's 100% Edwin Rodriguez's fault, so it's a good thing he steps aside.
Do I sense some facetiousness in that?
You bet you can.
You're a big Edwin Rodriguez fan, right?
Enjoyed dealing with him.
Yeah. Well, why do you think he stepped down?
I would imagine he was helped.
He got a little shove.
1-2 the count. Pitch is high. 2-2 the count. Colorado, by the way, 7-3 in their last 10. Probably hasn't helped to have no Josh Johnson and no Hanley Ramirez for a majority of the season. That one has popped up and into the seats, and at times with the way, as you mentioned, Ramirez has handled his business, you've built your house on sand when you allow Hanley Ramirez to be your franchise player.
Terrific player.
There's no denying that. And in his proper place with the proper responsibilities, where the manager is empowered to be in charge, I'm sure he'd be a great impact player.
Exactly. Humber's starting to get some good swings here at Josh Cole-Mentor. Well, you just cannot leave this pitcher's mound without retiring Philip Humber. If you give up any more in this inning, 4 might be asking too much of the Diamondback offense. You've got 9 outs left. You've got to find a way to keep this at a 3-run ball game if you're Josh Cole-Mentor. Boy, another good rip and a fastball, fouling it straight back again. Humber looking a little hitterish here.
He is. This is just in the major leagues, his 3rd at bat, including today.
Got him. What a pitch to the inside corner.
So Cole-Mentor cleans it up in the end, but 2 long balls really painful. The local boy hurting his team one more time. Father's Day certainly honored those of us that are dads and those that are proud to say that our dads were there for us. We are glad to have all of you back. And we trust that your day, you dads, it's been a good one. And in some cases, those of you that are moms out there with dads that travel a lot, happy Father's Day to you too.
Here, ready, 3. And
Mickey. Happy Father's Day. Tony, happy Father's Day.
Jimmy, ready, 8. And take 8.
Jimmy, happy Father's Day,
my friend. And Curtis, ready, 13. Take 13.
Where's
Can't forget Curtis.
There we go. Happy Father's Day.
Here, tilt up, tilt down. Ready, 12, 7.
And in the truck, Jason Moon, our technical director. Happy Father's Day. Big D, Dennis Lamb, standing up here handling our audio. Ernie Floto, Mike Raymer, Mike Zissis, and Hilliard Robinson, I should say. Happy Father's Day, one and all in the truck. And, of course, Big D right up there. Happy Father's Day to you, my friend. Way to go. Attaboy. Nolan, his son, is down working in the Fox box. You might ask, what is a Fox box? Mitch in the truck, where's that Fox
Show
box?
us a Fox box, Mitch.
There's that right there.
Fox box. There it is. Attaboy, Mitch.
Uh-oh, showing off a little bit. Philip Humber, you can see the pitch count. Time to get things going. What else are we showing? Whoa, hey.
We're really starting to show off the Fox box now.
Humber, just when you thought he had showed off enough as the pitcher, the numbers tell you why he's been so great.
Just terrific here this afternoon. Diamondbacks starting to run out of outs. They've got 9 left.
Littlebrich, a great outfielder, is in right field. He replaces Big Adam Dunn, who as an outfielder is a really good hitter. As that curveball drops in there for strike 1. The White Sox will be in the Central race and in the Central discussion at some point. Just hoping, if you're a Diamondbacks fan, that today may be your day to spoil that. 0-2 the count. 75 pitches. The game is his right now if he can keep this up.
It's just been so easy for Philip Humber to this point. I mean, just an easy walk in the park.
Outside corner, strike 3, curveball.
Just drops it right in the outside corner. According to Joe West, pretty close pitch, too close to take.
Humber, as we mentioned earlier, is 28 years old. Of Nacogdoches in Texas. Went to Rice, pitched very effectively there, graduated from Carthage High School in Northeast Texas. As that one just jumps over the plate.
He's impressive, isn't he?
I mean, last minute. Are you seeing it the way I am?
That one had some serious run back to the inside part of the plate for strike 1.
He was 11-1 as a freshman at Rice. Hard ground ball, but it's a foul ball.
He's just an 0-2 count waiting to happen. Philip Humber.
He finished his college career at Rice, and that's tough competition throughout, with a 35-8 record. Playing there for Wayne Graham, legendary college coach.
He's just putting the ball right where A.J. Pierzynski wants it. Give it to me up here. Okay. Now go ahead and drop this curveball here. Okay. No problem. Let's see what Pierzynski wants. Is it that curveball? And he wants a changeup.
Hit a spot, though. 2-2 the count.
All right, Mr. Pierzynski, what do you want this time? I'm glad you asked there, Gracie. I want a curveball. I can't get Mr. He puts down a 5. Like what? How many? What do you want me to put down here? You keep shaking me off. He put down a 5. Out of the fastball away.
He spoiled
That's
the good
the fun
pitch
part
there.
pitchers and catchers like, what do you want from me? 5 is nothing, folks. His pitches are a 1, a 2, or a wiggle. So 5? All right, this time they want the curveball. Well, they want the slider instead.
And they ran it in, and he rockets that one foul. This is not a huge surprise if you've just joined us. Umber this year came in with a 2.95 ERA. All the work has been dominant.
Brzezinski checking to see if Miranda's peeking.
He had initially asked for a fastball in.
Curveball coming.
The 2-2. There it is. There's strike 3. It's like it has an anvil attached to it.
Well, Brzezinski kept putting the 2 down and kept getting it shaken off. Now that time he executed a beauty of a curveball there. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
So far this year, thinking through the pitchers and putting them one by one inside of what we see, that is, if not the best, tied for the best. I'm going to say that's the best overhanded curveball we've seen this year.
Really?
Straight over the top. I can't think of one better. Later breaking, harder. At 79, it breaks more like a pitch that's 88. Tight rotation on that curveball, like Blyleven's used to be.
Oh. Wow.
Like Mike Witt's used to be.
Really? You're
that
seeing
straight down break, absolutely. And being raised by a guy who threw one and put bread on the table.
Wow.
And my father on this Father's Day, it's as good as we've seen this year. Bouncing ball, ranging to the left. Tia throws in time for the out. I'm guessing the Diamondbacks have another name for Mr. Umber's curveball, but it's a family show today. Jaguar, as we welcome you back to the ballpark. That man again, he's homered 3 times in this series, Paul Konerko. Big part of the offensive onslaught. Back-to-back homers, it felt like, because Adam Dunn a quick strikeout, but 2 of 3 batters, Alex Rios, and 2 runs across the plate in a game in which nothing offensively has been accomplished by the Diamondbacks. That is our game summary.
Esling Vasquez is going to come in and take his chances, and he's going to start with Juan Pierre here in the top of the 8th inning.
Verizon call to the bullpen. Vasquez, ERA of 3.3. The right-hander. First batters have been his bugaboo, certainly. The Diamondbacks now with the recovery of Sam Demmel as that one is slapped the other way. Pierre's having a good day. Are getting close to adding another piece back to their bullpen, one that had been successful this year, and they miss him in Demmel. He will be, if there are no bumps in the road, back on the roster ready to throw when the team returns home against Cleveland. And they've missed him.
That's very good news.
They have missed Sam Demmel.
I would imagine Juan Pierre going to be on the move here sometime very shortly. I'm sure Ozzie Guillen going to try to press the accelerator here.
One stolen base against Vasquez this year with no one thrown out. Done a pretty good job in his career with the right-hander on the mound. Opponents have been successful. They have been thrown out 33% of the time. That's above average. But this is also pretty successful in a heady base stealer in Juan Pierre. 537 career stolen bases, number one amongst active players. Carl Crawford is second, 120 behind him. There he goes. Boy, what a thing of beauty. Vizquel slaps it into left field. We're talking about the weapon these two are at the top of the order when they're right, healthy, and able to play.
Well, you see the hit and run. High fastball. Beautifully done there by Omar Vizquel. When the hit and run is done well, it's beautiful baseball. And it's becoming a lost art. Or at least it was when everybody was just 7 or 8 guys in your lineup pounding the ball over the boards. But that's changed this year. Scoring down. Hopefully that means more hitting and running because it's beautiful baseball.
No, that's an American League team doing that too. And it is really a kick in the teeth to the opposition. You're thinking ground ball, we'll get out of this pretty quickly, and then you blink and there are runners on first and third.
Exactly.
Most of the time it's not a hard hit ball, it's a well placed ball.
And that's the point.
Change up. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Alexi Ramirez. The A's have tied it up. Oakland 1, San Francisco 1. Bottom of the 7th inning. Cahill against Kane in that one. Bouncing ball out to third. Thought about coming home with it. Pierre scores another run, so willing to give up that run, the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, they were playing the infield back. And Melvin Mora didn't try to turn the double play and didn't try to come home. He just went across the diamond and conceded the run. Well, I don't know there. I just don't know there.
Everyone was back.
Well, you have to walk Paul Konerko right now. He's been a one-man gang.
Well, you asked for it. You mentioned it. Our Chaz Roberts air conditioning cool play. He has been a one-man gang. Daniel Hudson, that was one of the lone blemishes in a complete game. That was Friday. Saturday, drove the ball way out of here. And then today against Colementor. Three and 0 the count. Isn't your intention in every ounce of your body to not allow that 4th run to score?
I would.
And in your positioning and in your decision making?
Well, that's why I was surprised to see all the Diamondbacks were back, playing back, conceding the run.
Right fielder Brett Lillibridge.
You can see everybody back. Now just the basic grounder to third. And it's 4-0 ball game.
Rios waits on
showing
deck.
a little confidence in your offense, although there really hasn't been any this afternoon.
And there has to be something else besides that went into the decision.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it after the ball game.
1-0 the count to Brent Lillibridge. Fastball sails up and away. 2-0 the count to the young man. Kansas City and Detroit is this next road trip. And then it's back home to take on the Cleveland Indians. That is the lone homestand, and it's only a one-teamer before the All-Star game. 2-0. My goodness. 2-1 the count.
Well, Joe West has got a plane to catch, too.
There's less of Joe these days.
Like I said, I never thought I'd say this, but Joe looks good.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Wow.
I'm not sure which part he'd appreciated what you just said. The 2-1. Beat him with the fastball. Miranda will give it a look. And just missed getting there. It's quite a drop, too. You get over that rail, if you tumble, you're going down another 1.5 yards below the field level.
Just missing it.
That's what we're talking about, that dip down below. Into the dirt it goes. 3-2 the count. So not a real firm pace this inning for Vasquez.
Not at all.
The Diamondbacks bullpen that has improved this year has been trending backwards over the last couple of weeks. Since June the 2nd, Arizona's bullpen has an ERA of 6.43.
Yeah, that's kind of yucky. That's why it's so important to get a healthy Sam Demmel back in there. Maybe go find another arm.
3-2. Right back to the screen, and that's in 35 innings of work. Team 5-7 during that time.
Juan Gutierrez still ailing.
He's about a week behind the time frame I just gave you folks for Sam Demmel. Shot, base hit, right field. They're going to send the runner on. Upton bobbles just a bit. And the runner scores. So the struggles continue. The Diamondbacks bullpen ERA through May 19th, 2.82, fifth lowest in the National League. Since May 20th, 5.5, 5.35, second highest in the National League.
Yeah, Esselman getting hit hard here. Again this afternoon. 3 hits and a walk in the 5 batters he's faced. Now it's starting to get a little bit out of hand here late in the ball game.
As that one sails inside to Alex Rios. 5-0 the White Sox lead it. Ball off Morris' glove. They're going to stop the runner at third. So the bases are loaded.
What could have been a double play ball ends up going off the glove of Melvin Mora. I mean, it was a bullet. Let's not kid ourselves. And Gibby's going to have to go out and get Esmeling Vasquez here with the bases loaded and already 2 across here in the 8th inning.
Well, they give Moore an error on that one. It's a hot shot, as you mentioned. Joe Patterson comes on, 5-0. This day, Joe Patterson on to face A.J. Pierzynski, the Verizon wireless call to the bullpen. It has been a tough road to hoe for opposing hitters, especially those that hit from the left side. A great pickup by General Manager Kevin Towers over the winter in the Rule 5 draft. Hot shot into right center field. 1 run is in. Another run comes on down. They're going to try for a third. Into second with a double. And 3 RBIs. A.J. Pierzynski. And another late game blow up by the Diamondbacks bullpen. Second in as many days. In the 7th, 8th, and the 9th, the Diamondbacks have been outscored 10-0 the last 2 days.
Those will all belong to Esmeling Vasquez. First pitch Joe Patterson throws just gets hammered into the gap in right center field. And unfortunately for Diamondback fans and a sellout crowd. I mean, a sellout crowd. A lot of people heading to the exits right now. Certainly understandable. Boy, you hate to disappoint sellout crowds, but it's been a disappointing day for the Diamondbacks.
Arizona in danger now with just 6 outs to play with of losing this series, and that would make it 2 series losses in their last 3. They keep an eye on that Oakland-San Francisco game that is now tied at 1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Breaking ball dips in there. Dodgers and Astros. Scoreless ball game in the 7th. San Diego lost to Minnesota 5-4. Some of the other teams in the West. Detroit beating Colorado 9-1. That's a final. That one into center field. Martian. Young had a late break but recovers.
He did get a late break, as you said, Darren, but ends up making a shoestring grab. Nicely done there. Mercifully, 2 outs.
All right. Happy Father's Day.
To everybody. This has been the star of the game.
Yeah, you bet. There's the story of the veteran pitching coach that walks by his pitcher and says, I hope you go 0 for 4 today. Well, what does that mean? That means that he's not too worried about if you help with the bat, but that means you got 4 at bats as a pitcher.
That means you probably threw 8 or 9 innings.
And he's 0 for 3 so far today. Here's his 4th at bat. 0-2 the count. He is 0 for 4. So the coach that said that to him today, you're exactly right. A.J. Pierzynski is battery mate. The White Sox rolling. We would like to take a moment to acknowledge that Major League Baseball and Fox Sports lost a dear friend this week in Laura Ziskin. Laura was a film producer and studio executive. She produced many great films, including Pretty Woman, As Good as It Gets, and the Spider-Man movies. Laura battled breast cancer for 7 years. She was the co-founder of Stand Up to Cancer, an organization that Fox Sports and Major League Baseball proudly support. Laura, you will be missed. She was 61 years old. And as hard as she worked, she would want us to continue to work to bring the baseball into your home and the telecast. A valiant effort while alive, and an effort that will live on in her passing. Gerardo Parra leads it off and takes from Umber low. 1-0 the count. Great signs today. I know a lot of them have been.
We did. We had some good, well thought out signs. Phil Humber just continuing to pound the strike zone. My partner's got him as the next Bert Blyleven, folks. I mean, he's a good one. There's no question. He is a talented young man, but, you know, Bert Blyleven was never picked up off waivers a couple times.
Like 3 times. Bouncing ball and into center field. Gerardo Parra, he's got a couple of hits in this ball game, along with the ground out.
All right, is the comeback on now, Darren? As that one's driven right back up the box, I'll take that silence as a just pass. Just pass.
Well, you know what we all want. You'd love it. It'd be epic. It'd be quite a Father's Day gift.
Well, wouldn't that be something?
So far, it's kind of just a fish tie.
Yeah, hadn't been a whole lot of fun at the old ballpark today.
On the field. Let's make that clear, because it's been a blast at the ballpark overall.
Oh, of course.
But the guys in the field, they wanted to give a little bit more to those dads that are watching, and the fans that are not dads as well. Let's see if they can finish strong. Sean Burroughs, 6 of 23. Almost all of his work is as a pinch hitter. If Willie Mopena is to come to the major leagues in DH, it may be Burroughs that will lose his spot. That one almost got it. White Sox, they head back home. Back to the beautiful Midwest. Ozzie Guillen. And the 1-1. You know, Ozzie doing pretty well for a guy who was asleep in his office this morning. And no, it's not because he enjoyed some of the night spots in Scottsdale or in the Valley. It's because through the night and into this morning, he actually passed a kidney stone. Thought I'd share that to all you dads out there on this Father's Day.
Boy.
Breaking ball. That's strike 3.
Well, I don't know what's been more painful, the Diamondback offense or you just telling that story.
Kind of fits today.
Yeah, this game's kind of been a kidney stone for Diamondback fans.
But good to see him all right. Good to really be under the weather yesterday. And you know what would brighten everyone's day, though, all you dads out there? Certainly
What's that?
Not to go through what Ozzie went through the last 24 hours, but a lawnmower is number 1.
Really?
There's some more work you can do, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. Or do what my dad used to do, just send me and my brother out to mow the lawn.
Boys, I got myself a lawnmower. Got it for myself on Father's Day. Here are the keys.
Yeah, go ahead. And those old lawnmowers, you had to put the gas in it yourself.
Drive or a push?
It was a push for a long time, and then it became one of those where you had a little handle that helped. You still had to push it, but it kind of went on its own.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was never a riding mower. No, you have to have a big yard to have one of those.
Into right center field. How far will it roll? Is this the first run for the Diamondbacks? Matt Williams says, come on down. All right. Shutout done. There's something to cheer about for those that have remained, and that gentleman cheers too. It'll be for the last time we see him cheer. Very troubling. Love the passion.
Love it. Fastball, middle of the zone. Roberts lets it travel and rifles it all the way to the wall in right center field. Parra's going to come on down easily. Yeah, the Tap Man got something to be fired up about. A little troubling. Big fan.
Stephen Drew takes a pitch that is low. All right, pitch count. Let's see. 96, my goodness. He's not even in any sort of trouble. They're just starting to kick out the cobwebs down there in the bullpen. Move around, answer the phone. White Sox, that is. Steven drives it into left center field. I have to talk to Steven and see what sort of approach I have seen anyway over the last 4 or 5 days. A concerted effort to go to left center field and to left field.
And unfortunately, it's been in the air.
Right.
It's been in the air, and it had, those are well hit balls, but they're not really line drives. They're more fly balls than they are line drives. That's why those things are just carrying out to the outfielders. It's frustrating because he's squaring them up, but they're just got a little too much fly ball to them, and major league outfielders are going to run those down.
Justin Upton's had a fine day, a nice series, a nice homestand, and better said, a great 3 weeks. Trying to drive in Ryan Roberts out there at second base. Roberts had a chance as he looks to move up, and he does so. Getting that uniform dirty. It's been too clean. I'm sure his fan really loved him. As a matter of fact, Ryan loved the passion that his fan showed him. He called him over before the game.
Just come out right over there. So I'm right by you. This is my Father's Day. Oh, very nice. Yeah, can I get my picture taken with you? That would be so fantastic.
Bouncing ball, a 3-hit day for Upton and another run. All right, getting at least a little bit interesting, isn't it, folks? A great day for Justin Upton.
Now Justin Upton just making a habit anymore of 3-hit ball games. That one gets by Ramirez out into center field. Roberts scores easily. And now Chris Young with an opportunity to get the Diamondbacks a little closer.
Two runs in, Upton. Pitches away. 1-0 the count. 102 pitches. Trying to give him the chance to get through this eighth. 2 outs, that's the key. Outside.
Now the pitch count starting to climb a little bit now for Philip Humbert.
His high this year is 110.
Ball 3.
He's pitched deep too. He's done 100 or more in half of his starts. His last outing against Oakland, 7 innings, 3 runs, a 5-4 win. Outside, ball 4.
Meanwhile, up in the Bay Area, Oakland has swept the San Francisco Giants.
So that is done. Ozzie Guillen says, Mr. Umber, you have been good, but you are done. He's got a left-hander ready in the bullpen for Miguel Montero. The Diamondbacks do get the good news that Oakland has beaten San Francisco.
Will Oman, come on down.
Presented on this Father's Day by Sanderson Ford. The Chicago White Sox, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Umber, in his first 7 innings of work, our APS Energy All-Star. And he looks to make it 7 2/3 of shutout if veteran Will Oman can lock it down. Miguel Montero, lefty on lefty. We might see him in this situation last night against a left-handed pitcher. And John Danks when Micah Owings stayed in to hit for himself.
That ended up not working out quite so well, did it?
Owings struggled. The inning came to an end, and Owings' next time out, next half inning, was touched up pretty good. Today, a new day, and Montero a chance to make it really interesting.
He missed again with a breaking ball, 2-0, which now has just made Will Oman a one-pitch pitcher. He has now become a fastball pitcher. He's going to throw a fastball here now. Down 8-2. If you're Miguel Montero, you have to make sure it's your pitch in your spot. And if you get it, swing it with bad intentions. He took a strike at the knees.
2-1 the count against left-handed batters this year. Certainly lower batting average than when he faces right-handers. And he has homered just 2 times against lefties compared to 7 against righties. 2 in 80 plate appearances against southpaws.
That was the breaking ball. And that was a dandy.
So the Rockies have lost. The Giants have lost. The Padres have lost. Arizona trying to avoid losing. It'll take a near miracle comeback. Little chopper just fouling off a pitch. That needs to be remembered if in fact it's a positive at bat in the end for Montero. Fair ball, the throw. Oman can't get there. Oh boy, trouble on the base paths, boys. Better get back. Everybody's safe. Miguel Montero reaches on an infield hit. Remember, he fouled off the pitch just before to stay alive.
That's a play if Paul Konerko had to do it over again. He'd love to get his feet set. He makes a really good play going down the line. A really good play. Now he makes an off-balance throw. He spikes it into the ground. Oman can't make the play, and everybody's safe. That's one, if he could just set his feet. He's got to realize Miguel Montero, he doesn't run like Chris Young or Justin Upton. He just needs to gather himself, set his feet, and make a good solid toss to Will Oman, and he'll be just fine. They ended up giving him an error on that. Is that correct?
They gave him an error on that. Boy, doesn't like home cooking.
I'm sure Miguel Montero be happy about that.
Xavier Nady has been called out to pinch hit for Juan Miranda. The moment the call came over the PA from Chuck Drago, Ozzie Guillen said, I'm going to go get a right-hander out of that pen. So Oman gives way to former Diamondback Brian Bruni. We will step aside. Bases loaded. We'll see. Stay tuned. Xavier Nady was called out, was announced, and then Kirk Gibson, who had to have the conversation with the bases loaded now with Kelly Johnson earlier today that he would not be playing but would have a chance to impact the game late in the game. Well, it is come to fruition. Brian Bruni, who was a Diamondback in 04 and 05, then a Yankee for 4 seasons, comes on and goes to work.
Love those hotels, and there he is. He's been awfully consistent. He's had himself a good, solid career. And he throws one up underneath the chin of Kelly Johnson. Here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Diamondbacks trying to make some noise here and give these fans a little more to cheer about.
Hit a grand slam earlier this year as that one is low to Kelly Johnson. Of late, it has been back into grind mode for Kelly.
That's the same way now. He's got a 2-0 count, Darren. 1 pitch in 1 spot, and if you get it, let it fly. Otherwise, you got to let it pass. He did not go.
No, he didn't.
Good discipline right there. That ball just above the strike zone. He was able to lay off it. Now the crowd's starting to get animated, starting to feel things. You got to be taken right here, folks. You've got to be.
The 3-0. He is. It's a strike. 3-1 to count. Why is Kelly watching this game? To clear his head. He's got 4 hits in his last 33 at bats. He's got 17 strikeouts in that time. Bouncing ball to the right side. That should end the inning. So they get a pair. They have 3 more outs to play with. 8-2. Greatest moments in MLB All-Star Game history are going head-to-head to determine the most memorable. Go to MLB.com/moments and vote now for your favorite. Watch the All-Star Game on Fox, live from Chase Field, July 12th at 5 p.m. Melvin Mora, because of all the last-minute changes going on in the last offensive inning, is now at first. Kelly Johnson is now at second. Ryan Roberts moves over to third base, and for the first time on this homestand against the Chicago White Sox, Ryan Shaw goes to work. Did not pitch in the Giants series either. Hard throwing right-hander out of Long Beach State in his major league debut in South Florida on the recent road trip. And he faces Juan Pierre.
Juan Pierre been right in the thick of things for these White Sox this afternoon. He scored what looked like was going to be maybe the lone run all day long in the 4th inning after a leadoff base hit. But then he started the 5-run 8th inning with a base hit as well. Came around and scored.
Ozzie Guillen over there giving Melvin Mora an earful. That one goes right back to Shaw. He buried that cut fastball in. Good pitch there to get Juan Pierre. Ian sits back down. Just blew Melvin Mora a kiss. He's got Joey Cora by him.
He's screaming at Melvin Moore, the fellow Venezuelan.
I tell you what, in the college ranks, years gone by, you got used to seeing that. There's not enough of that in baseball for me right now.
Bench jockeying?
I think it's great. That pitch is over the outside corner, 0-1 the count. Melvin's not engaging right now. His club down 6. Not yet.
When you're getting your tail kicked, it's no time to have fun. I mean, yeah, the game's fun, but
I'm all in.
Getting your tail kicked. That's
Joey Cora.
Joey Cora. He of Puerto Rican descent.
Melvin with a diving play. Show Ozzie how it's done, Melvin Moore. You show him.
Yeah, give him something to write about there. Nice play by Melvin Moore, diving to the line and taking away extra bases from really a Venezuelan, well, a legend in Omar Vizquel. Nice little backhand flip right on the money to Shaw. Nicely done. And Ozzie's still giving it to him over there. He's still giving it to him in. Happy Father's Day, he just said.
Well, you better be on your toes if you play for the White Sox.
Viva Venezuela.
You better be on your toes because there are some veterans with thousands of years of service and a manager that still acts like he could go out there and play. Did they get Melvin to engage at all?
Angel Hernandez, who also is fluent in Spanish. He's Cuban American from Miami.
I think Ozzie's over there writing a book.
Oh, he's laughing and happy when he's got an 8-2 lead late in the ball game. Can't say I blame him.
1-2 the count. Shaw with a clean inning. Once this is converted to the bottom of the 9th we go. Melvin, you showed it. You made the play. I like it. Ford brings you Diamondbacks baseball. The Chicago White Sox, and looking ahead, Joe Saunders, Luke Hochever. It's Francis Paulino on the Kansas City side, and Kennedy and Hudson. All night games. A good-looking getaway night game from the
Kansas
nice
City
Royals, all on Fox Sports Arizona.
Well, at least the MLB's consistent with those this year for us.
Sergio Santos Out of Mater Dei High School in Southern California, the Diamondbacks' #1 pick as a shortstop, as an infielder. Back in 2002, well, he's now a closer. He's not an infielder anymore. And he is doing great work. Our Verizon call to the bullpen. And isn't it always the case that the player that is given the business in Spanish by the opposing manager makes a great play to show him up, leads off the next inning?
Well, it happens seemingly every time, especially when you get yelled at in Spanish.
One and 0 the count. Santos was also a football star in high school. He played quarterback, middle linebacker. Popped up and into the seats it goes. Mater Dei, a good school in Southern California, great athletic school. But he was moved away by these Diamondbacks in an interesting deal in December of 2005. That one bounces into the dirt. The Blue Jays sent Miguel Batista and Orlando Hudson to Arizona. Santos and Troy Gloss moved in that deal. Twins claimed him off of waivers, signed with the White Sox organization, and started pitching a couple of years ago. Just started pitching. Mora, fly ball right. A little bit more on Sergio Santos. Brad, what do you have for us?
Well, just obviously an interesting story. He wanted to remain a shortstop, and so he talked to the White Sox, and he thought his best chance was to go to San Francisco, so they traded him to San Francisco. Once he got there, he was in AAA, and they had some more shortstop prospects, so he was traded back in about 2 weeks to Chicago, and like you said, he started pitching. He said he hadn't pitched since Little League, so really no experience, no memories or recollections to go back on. So he says almost every game last year was a learning experience, but he's handled the role well, and he's thriving right now.
Thank you, Brad. Boy, who could imagine? I mean, who could imagine that when you try this out a few years ago and you're the Sox, and you're literally teaching him all the things that instinctively some pitchers learn, that 2 years later he'd be your closer.
Exactly. And he had never pitched. But just like about every single guy that I know of that made it to the big leagues, that maybe was drafted as a position player and ended up making it to the big leagues as a pitcher. For instance, Jim Bullinger. You remember Jim Bullinger?
Mm-hmm.
He was that way. Now it's Sergio Santos. And there's been a handful of others.
Yeah, the one that comes to my mind more in the team that I followed a bit was Troy Percival.
Troy Percival was a catcher. The young man, first name's escaping me, Jason Mott of the St. Louis Cardinals was a catcher. And he throws hard. But usually all those guys have something in common, and that is they were lousy hitters.
Yeah.
But they had rockets for arms. Well, you turn them into a pitcher, and well, sure as the world, here's Sergio Santos getting people out in the ninth inning in ball games. And good for him. He's a delightful kid, Darren. Mercy. I think they made the right decision there, don't you?
Not a safe situation, but Santos, who had a bit of a layoff, that's right.
Boy, what a breaking ball that was from Santos.
Willie Bloomquist now. Here is Willie Bloomquist.
That's just what you want right before you head on a plane back to Chicago. Take one right in the chops on a foul tip.
They head back home, by the way, these Chicago White Sox. They have a home series that starts tomorrow. Tomorrow they get it going against the Chicago Cubs.
That's always fun, I'm sure. Well, the last 2 years, every time those two teams get together, Carlos Zambrano loses his mind.
The 0-1. Little number. By the way, give a quick preview on the debut of Mark Grace's D-backs Championship Theater. It's Tony Womack today.
It's Tony
right?
Womack right after the ball game, and you're going to love it, folks. A very emotional day back in 2001. It was Father's Day 10 years ago. And Tony Womack, one of my favorite people. I nicknamed him FD. Stood for favorite Diamondback. He was my favorite Diamondback. Just missed.
So that will be immediately following this ball game. Taking a walk down memory lane, but doing so with narration of the key players involved. Ryan Roberts. Fans call him Tat Man. We like to call him Boxcar up here. I know early on Gracie called him Rye Robber. He waits on deck.
That's my favorite. That's a Rally jersey, a Rally hat, Rally sweatbands. It's all good.
He did not go around. That one will head foul. All right.
You're ready, huh?
Ready for a big rally.
2 out, 6-run rally. Come on. What's the Sutton household doing this afternoon for Father's Day?
Oh, dinner with Dad later tonight.
Yeah, dinner with Dad?
Yep. And we're going to get together, and I got to hook it to the back of my car. We're bringing the Kachinko machine home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going to play with the kiosk in the garage, just like old times.
Ah, it sounds like fun.
2-2 the count. That should do it. So the White Sox win this series. The Diamondbacks don't lose ground. They haven't the last couple of days. It's kind of been a collective blah in the National League Western Division. The only winner today in the West, the Dodgers, 1-0. By the way, the homers today, a couple of them, they were both key homers hit by the Chicago White Sox. $44,000 has been raised for prostate cancer research. To make a donation, call 800-798-CURE or log on to www.pcf.org. So that'll do it. 8-2 is the final. We'll be back with you, and we'll do so from KC.